Hi guys, how we doing? Is everything working? Can you hear me? You can see me? I look a little laggy, story of my life. Let me see here. I got a new playlist for you guys today. And it's jazzy. We're just gonna listen to some light jazz. Huh? Oh, hi guys. Hi. Happy Thursday. We're back to regular. I see it's a little bit of a lag with my audio, but you know what? It's better than choppy, so we're gonna just go with that for today. We're back to regular programming. Just a good old Thursday paint night. Bonjour, bitches. Oh, I'm supposed to be... Oh, I should do it. Look, I've already failed. Let me just put the plus 17 on. I thought I would be able to do it. And I swore in the first minute. No, it's good. We're updated. No worries. It's okay. Oh, hello. Yeah, you guys, Kenzie's in the actual peanut gallery again. She's not in the room with me. I did keep... Where is my head? I've kept some remnants of Tayloween over there. The pink glittery spider obviously had to stay. So she's going to be hanging out there for a while. I'm just realizing that I'm just blown out here. You know, you always get to see behind the scenes of me figuring stuff out live. Let's go. Okay, let's do that. Cool. And let's do this. Is that a little bit better? It's this one. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Okay, someone's saying, haven't done a paint night in forever. Alexi, good to have you back. We're doing this. Oh, and she gone. We are doing this. Something similar to, okay? It's not, we're not going to do exact, but I found this artist. Where am I pointing in the right direction? Beep. I found this artist online, you guys, and I love her work. It's beautiful. Her name is Melissa Townsend, also a Canadian. She's from the East Coast, though. I never know if people get upset if I use their paintings like this, so I apologize in advance, but I am pointing all of you guys to go to her website, Melissa Townsend. Google her. Her work's awesome. We are going to use one of her owls as reference, and we're going to play around with color because you guys know that I like color as well. Kenzie, it's weird to not see you dressed like a man. I know, I came at you guys for a couple days very manly. That was fun. It was exhausting, but that was fun. Fun fact for some of you guys, Kenzie and I made the local I was going to say the local newspaper, but it's not really the local newspaper, like the Daily Hive of Calgary. We made the best costumes of Calgary twice. Not just once, you guys. We made it twice. So I don't know what that means. Like Kenzie says, anyone want an autograph? You know, I guess we're famous now. Taylor 2020, what? Ali, who's excited to paint an owl? I am. Hoo-hoo. Awesome. I know you didn't say hoo-hoo, but the two owls just made me. That felt right. That felt like that's what you were trying to say. The owl was requested. The lovely lady who requested it usually does the recording, so I don't think she's live right now, but good suggestion because she's not the only one. It has been brought up many times, but I won't lie to you guys. Sometimes it's in the moment when I'm trying to think of what to do for paint night and somebody just perfectly appears at the right time with, can we paint this? And I'm like, boom. So that's what happened this time. I thought it's easiest. Let's just focus on just their face. We won't worry about doing the whole body and everything else because it's fun to be able to get lots of detail in there. If we did the full body, it would be like their eyes would be just like little dots. So we're going to play around a lot with like texture and splots of paint and color and funness today. If that's a good way to say it. The colors that I told you guys all to bring if you follow me on Instagram is black and white. We will need black and white for every single painting we'll ever do. Red, yellow, blue, and purple. But again, you can do whatever you want, whatever colors you want. It's almost more fun when you guys do your own thing. I will just tell you the colors that I'm choosing and why and when and how. But it's more technique. You can follow me along with how much paint or water or yada, yada, yada to put on your brush. It looks like most of you that are here right now are regulars, but not all of you. There's a couple newbies in there. And for everybody watching on YouTube, because I haven't posted a YouTube video in a minute. Just a couple things not to forget. Well, I came a little too close. A couple things not to forget while we are doing these paint nights. 1, trust the process, okay? And, you know, I'm actually going to do a little shameless plug right now. I just made trust the process window clings. You can stick it to your car, you can stick it to your window, you can stick it to your mirror, whatever. I haven't put them on my website yet, so it's a bad plug that I'm doing at the moment. But if anybody's interested, send me a line. But number 1 is trust the process. Our owl is going to look a little weird and funky halfway through. It's not going to look like an owl. It's going to be a bunch of random shapes, and you're going to be like, what is this? And some people quit because they're like, it's never going to look good. This is crappy. But if you trust the process, 99.7% of the time, everyone is proud of what they finish with. I always quote Jessica, good old Jessica. She always hated her painting every single time until the last 5 minutes. So trusting the process is probably the most important rule of the day. Rule number 2 is ask me questions at any time. Even if you're on YouTube, type the question in the comments because it's good. It helps me teach you guys next time what I taught bad or what would help more or, you know, that jazz. I should probably know this start spiel by now, but I don't. And number 3 is just like have fun. Yes. It's I'm not going to say easy. That's rude of me to say easy because that's offensive to some people. But it's impossible to ruin a painting. Paint, if you're using acrylic paint, will go over top whatever mistake you make. My whole practice, my whole style is built off painting over top of mistakes and seeing what happens. Letting the paint do what it wants and working with it, okay? So that's what we're going to do today, painting this beautiful owl right here. And I think that's all, right, guys? Does that sound about ready? Or are you guys tired of hearing me gab? And you're just like, let's get going, Taylor. Okay, let me start my time lapse because I forgot to do it every single other time. And that's a go. Everybody get your paints out. Get your water out. Get your paint brushes. Get your easels. I always use these old pieces of plastic as my easel. I'm just going to pop that in there. Okay. One thing in this view that you guys can't see is my water right here. Whenever my hand isn't in view, it's probably in the water dish. Let me know if that's annoying. What should we start with? Let's start with yellow and orange. And another thing is some people like to start with a pencil. Some people are way more comfortable with a pencil in their hand than a paintbrush and paint, and that's like very fine. Start with a pencil, totally cool. The only thing I suggest always when you start with a pencil, on canvas especially, is don't press too hard, okay? If you press really hard, there'll be graphite powder that'll be on your canvas and it'll start mixing in with your paint colors. And then you'll have like muddy gray bleh colors. And you'll be like, why? And it'll be because of that darn pencil. So just go super, super lightly. Don't expect to erase because you can't erase on a canvas, usually. I'm not going to say can't, but it's hard to erase on a canvas, okay? We are going to start with, if you have orange, take out orange, but red and yellow to make orange. Realistically, you at home can probably start with just yellow if you wanted. The reason that I'm making it orange is so that you guys can see it better. But remember, our first layer that we're doing is always super, super light. We don't want it to go, like we don't want it to be dark because we're basically painting completely over top of it. We're all just making, oh, I opened that and closed it. We are just making outlines and mapping out where our shapes are going to go. So like I said, if you want to start with just yellow because you'll be able to see it fine, go for it. I'm going to mix a little red and yellow together to make a little orange so that y'all can see it, okay? And I'm going to take my littlest brush out. Pointed, the smallest one you can find. And this infamous start, I always grab, you can use a bigger brush for this if you want, but see my hand over here, it's going into my water dish, and I'm scooping with a paintbrush water onto my palette. You can put it right onto your paint piles or right in the middle or whatever. And you're going to take a tiny touch of yellow if you're using just yellow. If you're doing the same as me, take a tiny touch of red. And you're just going to mix that around in that pile of water that you made until you get a chocolate milky consistency, like really watered down, not much paint in there at all. We're basically watercoloring on this first base line, okay? And the reason that I didn't give you guys like a little, whatchamacallit, post-it, like a post-it of the little outlines or of the shapes is because this one is so straightforward. You guys are gonna be just fine. So, everybody, take a breath. We're gonna have a beautiful owl at the end, and it's gonna be fun, okay? So I've got that little brush, oops, in my hand. It's got that orangey, really watery, like, so you can see it dripping down my hand, watery paint. And we're going to acknowledge the whole canvas because it's very easy for people to be intimidated by a canvas, not use the whole thing, and just like paint really small in the bottom corner. And for me, at least, drawing bigger is easier. I could be wrong. It's probably not the same for everybody. But acknowledge the whole space. Kind of imagine where we're going to put that little owl. Let me get him up here so that I can see it. Okay? And we're going to imagine where the top of his head's going to go. Not the top of his ears, but the top, like his forehead. Okay? I'm going to go about here. You're just going to draw a little line across. Remember, your line can be pencil. It can be yellow. It can be whatever. And again, mine is a little darker so that you guys can see it. But like, let's see. Your line can literally be like this light. Let's see here. Do you see that? How it's basically just water. And when that dries, it's going to be like super translucent. Which is nice because we're just painting over that baby. We just need to see where we're mapping out that owl. So let's start with just a rectangle of where his body's going to go. Easy, right? Remember, I know I'm saying it a million times, but this is just the base coat. Just the outline. So like, see how this is darker and that's lighter? Whatever, it doesn't matter. They don't have to be that way. If it turns out that way, it's okay. See how you can go over the same line like a couple times if you want to, like, maybe I want to make him a little fatter, so I'm just going to keep drawing over that line until it's the size I want. And usually I don't put it in the middle either because I'm cross-eyed, so it's tough for me to get things in the middle. But how's that? Don't worry about the outsides. If you painted this rectangle the whole size of your owl, that's totally fine. But I'm anticipating that we were going to be painting out little fluffies outside of that rectangle. So if you're like, wait, that's kind of skinny, we're just going to make him chubbier as we go. All right? So we've got the base of the owl. And the thing that's nice about the owl is that it basically, like, if you squint at that picture, where's my hand? Down here, you can kind of already see the shapes that we're going to be doing. So we are just going to draw a triangle right down in the middle. Right from the outside edges. Yo, 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 zero. Well, you know, we're just painting an owl. It looks like an envelope at the moment. But, you know, it'll be an owl at some point. I like that. I like that. I am not Bob Ross anymore. Sorry to let you guys down. I just watched the videos from Taytayski. I just roughly skipped through a couple of them today, and they are hilarious. Okay, we've got... I know everyone comes and I'm just like, Bob Ross. With a terrible beard. Okay, we've got an envelope going. We've got these shapes getting ready. So now we're just going to imply where that beak is going to go. And realistically, if you paint, it can be just an oval. We can make an oval, or you can point it at the bottom, or we can do that later. Not a big deal. We just want to acknowledge where we're going to put that beak. And the beauty is that the layout of your owl right now, like, let's say that you made your rectangle very long and your beak is up here, so there's going to be a lot of extra space. It's fine because an owl literally is basically just that shape, so you can just make those feathers. Keep on going. If that makes sense. Okay? So now we have where that beak is going to go. Original artwork submission to, hey, you know what? She didn't submit it. She is like a professional artist in Canada, and I fell in love with her work, and I just want to give her credit. So I don't want people to think that it's mine. 100% it's hers. Go look at her work. But she didn't submit it. Okay. We have those big eye circles come in. And remember, we're still anticipating puffing out those sides, right? So we're just gonna bring these circles that, like, see where his eyeballs are? He has like big circles around his eyes. If my glasses are my big owl eyeballs, there's still another round of feather circles around it. See, and we're just gonna first draw a little fancy V underneath that nose. 0, you're gonna draw long. What's the time commitment? I would say if you're just drawing, we will literally have an owl in the next 10-15 minutes. You'll have the layout of an owl, and then the rest of the class for us, like painting, will be like painting on feathers, but I don't think it's going to be long. We're going to lay down a couple more shapes and we'll have basically an owl. Nice, 0. Nice. I like it. I always love when other mediums come on in. Okay, right? So we have a rectangle. We have a triangle. An egg that's pointed at the bottom. And then a little fancy V. I can't wait to paint this owl this weekend. Oh, don't worry, Nikki. This one will be on tonight. Like this right from, right when I'm done this, I will post it on up. The Halloween stuff will have to come. I don't know if Kenzie's still here, but I'm going to need her help to edit some things. We'll probably post the paint night and post the drawing, like just on their own. And then we'll probably do like a highlight reel or something of the rest of the streams. Like our costume reveals and that kind of stuff. We have like so many hours of content. Okay. Not all of it's good though. Most of it's not good. Who are we kidding? Okay, so we've got that fancy little V, right? Now we're just gonna go out to the outsides of that rectangle. Play that by ear. If you made your rectangle right to the edge, maybe bring the eyes in a little bit more. But there's one eye pouch. And see that I didn't come to the very top? It came to about right here. Not the very top. You're all painted out for the day, been at it since 9. Hey, I'd love the commitment. You painted more than I did today. And some people like to hang out, like just hang out in the paint nights. I don't like to paint long, and that's fine too. Okay, guys, you know my little trick of helping make things as like symmetrical or as aligned as you can. You can use your pencil like a ruler, like, oh, I finished this eyeball here. If I make this line go straight across, oops, I made my paintbrush the wrong way. If you make your line go straight across, you can just dab your paintbrush in to make a little point as to where would be a just about equal line across. Maybe not perfect, but you know. Ooh, pro tip, pro tip. Giving you all my secrets. Oh, woo. And see what I mean by right now? This is the rough stages. Like once I did this circle, I realized, oh, it's a little bit bigger than this one. So I made this one pop out a little bit more. We're not worried about all these like messy lines because redundant Taylor, but I'm going to keep saying it. We're going to paint over them. Who cares? Who cares? Let me just see here. Okay. How's that, you guys? Looking pretty owly. Ooly ooh. Okay. I don't know where that came from. But on to the next step. We've got... Okay, we've got... Still using that like really watered down paint, or if you're using pencils, we're using your pencils. We haven't changed that yet. Now what? Okay, eyeballs. Let's make some eyeballs. So the eyes are basically just perfect circles. And you're using a pen on lined paper. See? Look, there you go. Oh, you're using a pen. That's fine. We'll be creative with the lines. Okay, we are going for an eyeball on this side. See how it's basically in the middle. Thanks for... No, I'm not judging. It wasn't judging. I was just thinking of like, oh, did I screw you over by not telling you to like be careful for some lines? Because you can't erase, right? It's not impossible. It just makes it a little different. That's all. No judgment here. When we're drawing this eyeball, we are making it in the middle. See of the line here? We've got the big circle. Let's call this his eyebrow here. We're making that perfect circle right in the middle. And it only overlaps a little bit over the top, like the top line. Right? And again, like maybe he's cross-eyed, maybe he's lopsided, I don't know. Whatever, who cares? Like I said, if I'm cross-eyed, an owl can be cross-eyed, right? One of my girlfriend's dogs is cross-eyed, and we always take photos together, just cross-eyed pals. Okay, we basically have an owl right now, right? Do we see it? For some people, like at this phase, if you want to do just like a circle-headed owl, you would just round out, right? You would round this all out at the top. I personally like these like winged... He looks like an angry bird at this stage. You're right. Oh my god, it does just look like a cartooned angry bird. That's funny. I can't say her username. I always... Ankita? Is that how you say it? Hello, hello. I'll call you Kita. There we go. Perfect. I butcher everyone's names. Oh! Nice. Feels good to nail that one. Hello. Welcome to the studio. We're painting a little owl here. We're about to give it some ears. Let's go. See, we have this little triangle that we started with here at the top. Now we're going to go straight out the side. Whoop. On both sides. Sound effects help me, at least. Whoop. This is pretty relaxing. You need this right now? 0. That's all I like to hear. You guys, that's what I try. Everyone asks why I'm such a calm and relaxed person all the time. It's like, because I draw and paint all the time. It is relaxing. I think everybody should do it. I'm a pusher, okay? I push people into painting. Okay, so we've got those out the sides, right? All right. Oh, maybe I made those a little tall. He's big-eared like Dumbo. That's fine. Now, let's come down from it to reach the top of the head here. Oops. You kind of want to leave a little bit of a flail at the top. Maybe start like a centimeter down from the top and bring it on down. Yeah, I made those ears pretty big, but hey, that's fine. And then basically, realistically, we drew all of the main parts of the owl. Ahoo! Hello, Tender Bear. How are you? Good to see you. And like, just for like, okay, 0 as a pen guy. Right now, like you literally will just go like this. Like this is how you're going to build up. People who are painting, you don't have to do this right now. I'm just kind of showing where it's going to be going. Like, see, you can paint or draw with your pen all these little feathers, right? And see how... Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right? Whoop, whoop. Hey, look at that. See how our owl's already going to come together? Alright, I'm using the sound effects and painting. I love painting, but I haven't found time to sit down peacefully. Hey, that is the one problem with painting, is that it does take up a space and it does take up time. I've just been pushing it on everybody because obviously it's stressful times in the world right now. So if you do have a minute or the facilities or the tools, sometimes it's nice to just like sit down, just like paint. Hello, Queen of Art. Oh, young savage. Oh, thank you. Yours looks like Pikachu. Girl, send it over. I want to see. Okay, how is that so far though, right? It has been a long time, young savage. Welcome back to the Studs. I also took some time off in the middle of the month as well, so I've been lagging a little bit. What are we doing here? We have orange or yellow on our brushes, correct? So while we have that as we speak, why don't we just kind of roughly color in some eyeballs and a couple orange spots, and then we will start filling in the cutie. Realistically, it's going to be a bunch of colors that we're going to lay out. More pastel-y colors, lots of colors with white in them. And then we're going to put pure white on top to finish it. So if you squint down at the owl down here, kitty cat, you're right. If you look down at the owl down there, you'll see that that's kind of what makes it pop, are these bright white highlights of feather on top. So now you guys can see why I love this woman, because that's how I love to paint. Okay, so we have orange on our canvases or palettes. We are not worrying about that yellow. We are worrying about the yellow. We're not worrying about that chocolate milky consistency that we were using before. We kind of want our paint to be thick now. Just a little thicker. Okay. It's so funny, Dan and I are exercising the thought of moving abroad for a year to the Netherlands. And so I joined Duolingo to like start learning Dutch. And now like every day my little Duolingo's like, hello, do you have time to practice your Dutch today? Okay, we've got orange on our brush. Remember, some of you might have... I'm very fresh into the learning game. I can't say yes or no yet. It's funny because some words are so English, so obvious. Like, man is like man. A man. But then the other side of Dutch is German, which is very extremely not what we're used to. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, we've got that orange on our brush. Maybe you mixed it with red and yellow. Maybe you already had orange. Whatever works. I'm in art school and watching me, young savage. Does that make I am an art school teacher, kind of in a sense? Okay, we're going to go in these eyeballs. Ooh, Kita and Smokes. Yo. Okay. We've got these eyeballs. Remember, we're using more paint than water on our brush now. It's not that chocolate milky consistency that we've been using before. We want the paint to be pretty thick, but you still use a little bit of water on your brush. That's always important. And we're just going to paint that ring around. I'll just cut my pen in half and use my fingers for this part. Okay, so again, right, pen to paint, very different. What you are going to do... Don't cut your pen apart. I don't condone that behavior. What you're going to do is a technique called... what do you want to call it? What is it called? Why can't I think of it? Cross-hatching is what it's called. So you are just going to have your pen and you're just going to go... You're going to keep like doing little lines to fill in the shapes that you want. And then where you want colors to be lighter... You do less lines, right? Less lines. And then when you want it to be darker, you add many lines to fill up the space. And then when you get in cross-hatching, you got it, man. You got it. Okay, yeah, I know I didn't explain the water right. You don't want the chocolate milky consistency where it's all water. You want more paint than water with a wet brush. So more paint, but then get your brush wet and soak it around in there so that your bristles are filled. And then us painters, the beauty for us is that we just get to go like this, whoop, and fill in that shape with paint. And to fill in or to lighten up spots, unlike Zero, he can't lighten up because he can't erase, right? He's using a pen. If you are using paint, now we can just go in with the same brush. Like, I'm not even going to clean it. The orange paint is still on it. You're going to go right into your yellow and give a couple swipes. Cross hatching, it's up to you. One hatching is just one direction. Cross is both. So you're learning some cool art techniques right now, Zero. What? So now us that we're painting, we've got that yellow on our brush, and we're just going to go right in this little highlighted part of his eye. Let's see if you guys can even see that. It's okay if the paint is wet. It's almost better that it's wet. To go wet on wet is a nice way of blending in. And we're just going to go on that bottom part of that eyeball, make it nice and light. Same over here. Get some yellow on your brush. It's okay if there's still orange on there because we are blending it in a little bit. But see, we can paint lighter colors over dark. But if you are using pencil only or pen, you can't make lighter. You have to acknowledge where the lighter is going to go. So you would be cross-hatching really dark and thick in these upper parts and then a lot lighter in the bottom parts. One day we'll do a pen. Oh, someone said, Barb says you can't see anything. Can you hear me? Can someone tell Barb to do a quick refresh? Let me see. Refresh, Barb, refresh. Okay, so you can go in there as many times as you want. It matters how light you want to make that yellow spot in the eye there. Can you guys hear my cool jazz we're playing today? It kind of sounds a little like porn starry, like 70s porn star music, so maybe we should change that. And you can't hear it. Okay, maybe it's not loud enough. This one's called Critical Colors. Maybe that'll be something colorful and fun. Okay, we've got the yellow in the eye. We're going to come into that later, and we're going to add almost like a lot more white, a lot lighter of a color in there. But for the moment, that's pretty good for a nice little color change. I'll bring it closer. And see how it's like messily painted in there? That's fine. Where's my right? There we go. I probably should just keep it quiet so that you guys can play whatever music you want at home. Then I just go crazy if I don't listen to music. Okay, so now we have the eyeballs started. Black is going to finish up those babies. We still have orange on our palette, so we might as well color in those ears. You like music on the broadcast, helps your hatching. Perfect. I love that. Oh, you sent in your Pikachu and I didn't even look. Oh, it's a disappearing message, so I can't see it. I'll check it on my phone. It does. Right, because she did hers in yellow, so it does. Oh, wait, where's the camera? So it did look a little Pikachu-esque there for a little bit. All you'd have to do is bring those ears up a little more. Lightning bolty. Okay, so now we are going to go into our orange, but we're going to need white on our palette, which I don't have. Ugh. Everybody take out some white. One little tip if you're painting with white that I do, because you usually mix white with most of the colors on your palette. Don't take out too much white because it's easy to waste, but take out little, how much can you see on my palette? Let's go here. Take out little blobs of it. See, so if I put 2 blobs there, maybe 3. When you're mixing colors, you'll take like, so if I have a little red on my brush and I take out of that one blob, then it won't ruin the whole blob for all the other colors. I just said blob many a times. Because white paint gets muddled very easily, and muddled, messed with, whatever. Muddy is, I think, the word I was trying to find. So it's good to separate your white so you can keep a clear, nice one that you want to stay just white. But we're going to go into one of those whites. let me bring this down so you can see my palette a little more. And we are going to go right into that orange, and we're going to make a very light orange. And if you just had yellow out, now you can make some orange or add some red to your yellow to make some orange. But look at those ears in the picture that we are looking at here, right? And see how it is a little bit light orange in there? We want it to be a touch darker than we think it's going to be, because like I said, all the colors going on top are going to be really pasteled out. So we want just to have like a little bit of, oh, where is my hand? Take my hand. Why can't I do this? There we go. Very peachy. I don't know why I won't zoom in. Whatever, you guys. You're picking up what I'm laying down. I'm using a bigger brush. Kind of, oh look, it's almost like the paintbrush on my arm. Ooh. We are using a thicker paint, not the watered down consistency. More paint than water. Again, it's hard for me to tell you exactly what. You'll start feeling out what you like. Okay, and we are just going to lightly brush up some strokes to fill in. I'm always going in the same direction. I'm going upwards, the same direction and area of as the ears. I'm trying to think for 0. For you to finish, you really just have to like color these pupils in dark with a white spot left in both, like a white reflection spot. Color in the beak dark, and then make some little feathers, and it's basically an owl for you. Gotta go, my love. I gotta work tomorrow. Bye. Love your art. Oh, savage. Love you too, sweet angel. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day at work. Where the up drips at? Coming in with the popcorn. Ilum. You know, we're almost there. Don't worry. We are, I don't think the owl's going to take too long, but every time I say that, I bite my tongue because then it takes forever. So we'll see what happens, okay? We've just lightly filled in those ears. And we're also going to fan out. It's okay if it's rough and messy, whatever. Let's roughly fan out some of this light orange around his, what is it, beak. Why can't I think of words? I'll see what happens. My man. You guys kill me. Okay, how's that for a little beard? Heck, if you want, you can bring some more down. Who cares? Totally up to you. The beauty of this owl is he's very multicolored. But some of you might want to do it singular color. Maybe you don't want it to be all crazy. You can do them just black and white. You can do them just brown, whatever. But we are going to fill in a couple spots with these light orange. Hey, maybe Zero has a couple different colored pens. Eh? You can put some dimension in there, some nice color in those feathers. A black pen and a blue pen with some red pen or something. I don't know. How's that? And realistically, this will come down. Cool. And we have an owl, folks. Right? I always just somehow end up all the way over here. I guess I can turn that. All black everything right now. I'll send Justin a pic to pass along. Okay, good. Where is Justin, you guys? Fired. How are we feeling, you guys, about the owls so far? Everyone at home? This one's just been so chill to me for some reason. I'm just like lounging like this all the time. Just... Zero's feeling great, coming in with the 100. Thank you. Where's my water bottle? Okay. The owl does look a little spooky right now. Hey, I saw somebody say that earlier. Big chugs. Oh, because my lips are chapped. I'm dehydrated. Hydro homie. What was I gonna say? I think Tender Bear said that it was spooky. Sometimes my brain sees your comment and just is so delayed and doesn't respond till later. Sometimes I see your comments and I like, and then like right before I go to bed, I'm like, I never responded to that person's comment. It's just so you guys know. Okay, we're gonna go to some different colors. It might feel weird because we're gonna go in with blue. Tender does haunt a lot of people's dreams. I didn't say only tender bears, but hey. That's a good burn, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, Tender Bear. Ilum gotcha. I'm rewatching that 70s show again, so I just feel like bringing back burn! Right? What can I do for a pin on his forehead? Okay, so that's kind of fun. You can kind of do like rectangles, like long ways, horizontal rectangles of different sizes, and some can be purely black and some can be white. And then you can hatch in one direction as well. Only left to right. Because these feathers would be going down, right? So you can go... Okay, I'm getting out some blue, folks. Ooh! How are we feeling about this, like, Sims music right now? I've got some blue out. I'm using a phthalo because I've been calling it phthalo this whole time, and somebody was like, girl, you're wrong. Phthalo-cyanine. Blue. Green shade. Some of you might want to change your water because it might be very orange, and orange and blue are the opposites, right? Am I wrong? Yeah, right. They're the opposites on the color wheel. I should know that. And they can muddy each other up. Everything can muddy each other up, but it can get dangerous. So it's a good thing that they're opposite on the color wheel. It'll really help our guy pop. Sorry, I'm just kicking the camera around. But we don't want the orange and the blue to mix together too soon. All you know is it tastes like metal, not like light blue. Light blue tastes like chalk. You kill me. I'm over here making grids and eating paint. Why am I just staring at these? What size do we need? Again, when it comes to, when I tell you guys what paintbrushes to use, like you might be painting way bigger, you might be painting way smaller. It's totally up to you what you want to use. I'm going to use a bigger brush now. And I'm going to get that blue on my brush. And I'm going to mix a little bit of white in there. And it can be anything. The picture we're looking at, she used, this is more of like a teal or like an aqua. Maybe, probably like a turquoise maybe is probably what she's using. I just thought most people at home probably don't have all the crazy colors. We can just go with the good old blue. Phthalo is very close to just good old blue. So I'm making it a little bit lighter, but I don't want it too light because remember we work dark to light. And we don't want to, and we want some nice color to pop out from the bottom. Okay, more paint than water on our brush. And we're gonna start by, for some of you, if the orange is popping through and you don't like it, you might need to put some white over top. Use a smaller brush for you guys. I lied to you, I'm going a little bit smaller, okay? Same color. And we're just gonna go swipe, swipe, swipey across. Kind of like what I was telling Zero to do. You can make it a little sporadic. It doesn't have to all make sense. It can be thicker at the top and get more spaced out as we go down. For some of you, when you use these square brushes, you don't have to be using a square brush. You can do anything with a pointed brush as well. But one thing that's good to know with these is that you're using them I'm painting like this with the tip of it. Not fully, like if you want a full thick, can you see how the full thick will go across this? But you can use just the tip, as I always go. And that's kind of a nice way to dab on some of these little straight lines with these rectangular flat brushes. I personally like to use these flat brushes a lot for a lot of things. because you can fill up a lot of surface area with them, or you can make nice thin little lines with them. Okay? If your orange in the ear is still wet, skip this until it's dry. But we are almost just going to outline everything in that blue. Again, conceptually, for people who are using good quality paints, if you want to know how this girl did it, she probably, who are we kidding, did the teal, probably painted the whole thing teal first, or that turquoise that we were talking about, and then painted these colors on top. But the reason why I didn't get us to do that is because it's very hit or miss if your paint quality can handle that. Colors being bright on top of a cool color like that. So we're kind of doing it a little bit opposite, but that's okay. Pretty sure my pen quality can handle this, but thanks. I keep forgetting you have a pen. You kill me. Okay, so, and that's what I mean by when, so outlining it might seem weird, but she probably had it blue first and then painted that slob of orange on top of the blue, right? But again, with a good quality paint, you can do that. With some paints, you can't, so we're not gonna go there. You can if you want at home. So we're still doing some of these little swipies. You can add a couple blue ones out of there if you want. We're just adding color to our creature. It's not a creature. To our owlie. Why are you jealous? Big Pot, don't be jealous. You can be drawn along at home too. Okay, so we've got some blue swipies in there. That's cool. And still, we're using whatever, like a medium size just brush. It doesn't have to, oops, my hand's not even on screen. It doesn't have to be a rectangle, but a rectangle helps as well. It can be pointed ones too. Okay, you guys, Big Pot's saying that they're really bad at painting and they want to learn so bad. Guess who came to the right place, Big Pot? Today, you're a little too late to learn with this lesson, but if you go to my YouTube, which is also Taytayski down at the bottom there, you'll see all these videos there recorded for you to learn at home, which is pretty cool. But every single Thursday, you won't forget, I do these paint nights here on Caffeine only, and you can paint along at home. And you're right that canvases are expensive, but you can get cheaper ones, like dollar store. The dollar stores usually have some for a lot cheaper than like a real art store. This is a dollar store canvas. I think it cost me $2. But yeah, I got your back. Just like Ilm says, I got your back. You can paint on wood or cardboard. You can paint on computer paper if you really want to. We can make it happen. Okay, you guys, what are we doing? We are going to bring this blue right on down that eyebrow. Same on this side. You can make it little swipies if you want, like little feathers, or you can make it a straight on down line. Who cares? I used to paint on pizza boxes for art school homework. Hey, there we go. Innovative. We've got options. You can paint on the walls if you're an adult. Only if you're an adult. You can paint on your tables like I have. There's lots of things we can make it happen. Okay, we've got that dark blue eyebrow coming on down. And then we also, still in this liney format, we are going to, if your paintbrush isn't pulling nice, add a little bit more water. But again, it's not the watered down consistency. We've got lots on there. Okay. You're controlling the brush so well. Hey, Big Pot, another thing that you'll learn here. This is my full-time job. I paint for a living. So I've been painting my whole life, probably almost every single day. So don't you guys worry. That's why I never want you guys to be stressed out if I can do something that you can't, because it's inevitable that I will. But I can teach it. It just takes time. It just takes time. You just got to do it like anything. You just got to do it. Okay, and we're just swiping on down here. Right? If the swipe makes you uncomfortable, if you're more of a cleaner painter than I am, because you guys know I'm a very messy painter, you can make that just one smooth line if you want. But I just think like, hey, he's got like feathers, so they'd be like puffy. I don't know. We can probably even make it a little bit thicker if you want. But guys, this owl is coming together. Am I right? Am I right? Are we happy? Oh, we happy. Okay, okay. We've got some blue. We've got some feathers up there. Okay, cool. Now we are gonna go. We're still using the same blue, but we're just gonna grab a touch more of the pure blue to make it a little bit darker. Not too much. And we're gonna come down on the sides of that nose. And now it has to be pointed. So whether you did just an oval or you already did point at the bottom, you're going to use whatever you mapped out at the start to point this bottom out. Come to a point, a beak point. Oops. And we can like almost color in that whole thing if you want. For 0, you want to have a pure white line down the middle. So you don't want to fill in the middle. If you already did, who cares? But for us, just painting realistically with a little water on our brush. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My brain wasn't ready to tell somebody how to do it in pen as well, okay? I'm trying to remember. Us painters, you can paint it fully that dark blue. Clean off that brush of yours, get all that blue off. Go into some pure white. And you can just kind of blend that nicely into the middle of the nose as a little white highlight. And you can kind of buff it out on the sides if you want. I'm done. Justin has my one photo of it. Let me know if you want to buy it. Hey, I probably do want to buy it. Justin has to DM it to me so I can show it to the class. Or unless you have Instagram and want to DM it to me. Not everyone does. I'm such a millennial. I'm just like, everybody has Instagram. And I'm finding out a lot these days that a lot of people don't. How naive of me. Okay, we've got a little bit of white in that. So see now how it goes from dark to light to dark again. If your paint dries too fast and you can't do that wet to wet mix, who cares? Let it dry. Go back in with some pure white. And again, come back in on that line. And look, you can add in there too, you know? The thing about highlights is you always just want to have a nice transition from light to lighter to darker. Always amazing when the depth shows. I know, right? And that's always with a good highlight. If you have one color and you have white, you can make anything happen. You know what? On the sides here too, let's draw 2 little white circles. Right? You got a hop? Well, good to see you even for a minute, Tender Bear. See what we did there? Am I even showing you? Yeah, I am. There we go. And remember the beauty of paint. Remember how at the start I'm telling you guys that you can't mess anything up. Let's say that you think you made this beak a little too fat, or you want it to come down more pointed at the tip there. You can go back into your pure white, and you can carve, oops, you can basically carve away. Oh no, what have I done? I put my brush in yellow. So you've got the pure white, more paint than water, and you can carve away kind of at the bottom. Carve away the negative space so that you have the shape that you want in the bottom of the beak. See what I'm doing? Not everyone might need to do that. Maybe you got the beak perfect. Or maybe it's not perfect, you just like how it is. Who cares? Whatever works, just in case. Okay. I don't know why. Oh! I I keep being like, why does this camera keep shaking? But it's me and my water dish over here. Okay, that's annoying. Let's figure that out. Okay. We still have that blue, the same blue that we started the beak with. And I know we're going to go black in these eyes, but we're going to put a little bit of blue in there too, because that's the beauty of painting, is we can put color wherever the heck we want to. And it just kind of brings things more to life. Instead of just black, we'll have some more color in those shadows. Same on this side. And see, like I painted over top the orange that we already laid down a little bit to get the shape of the pupil that I wanted. I might even keep doing that a little bit more. Right? Guys, does Bob Ross have music playing in the background of his music? I don't know. So if I wanted to upgrade and use actual paint, what's the minimum viable kit? America, I'll have to look a little bit into the American side. I might like maybe just order some to Justin or something and see if he thinks the quality's good. Because I would hate to tell you guys to get something and the quality sucks. But what I always suggested for people, because it's like there's a million colors and tubes of paint you can buy, but as long as you get black and white, lots of white, black and white, red, yellow, and blue, you can make almost any color. You can, any color that you want out there. And the brush, it's funny because some people think the brush is very important. I wouldn't say black, white, red, yellow, blue, lots of white, correct. And like, don't get dollar store brushes. Some of them, it's just hard to tell because some of them are like frayed or like wax almost. A good brand, does it say on here? It's not super, super, super expensive. You just need to not have like school quality, like kindergarten school quality. I know I'm not prepared for that question. Let me write down. Remind me in 2 hours to make a Amazon list of supplies. Because yeah, people can get very, like, I don't spend loads of money on my paintbrushes. They're by no means the highest quality paintbrushes. I don't treat them very well. Half of them are like duct taped together. I don't ever wash them. So I don't, like, it's not like it's super, super important. You don't need like the highest quality. It's just that like dollar store ones, some people, it's tough. To get to my Amazon recommendation page, if you go onto my Instagram, again, Taytayski down here, whoop, there's a link tree in there that has all of a bunch of things that you can go to, link in my bio, and there should be Amazon store in there, and that's all my affiliated links that I have up as we speak. Not all of them are on there at the moment, but that's a good way to check them out. Thanks, Nikki, for calling that out. All right, we painted those eyes blue. And again, seems redundant. We're still kind of going around, just popping color in everywhere. We're just going to do another little rough. Oops, that line's rough. Another little line of blue around those eyeballs. Zero's pen owl will be for sale on the link tree for everyone who can afford it. No, this is welcomed trolling. We don't mind this type of trolling in the chats. Again, I always say I'm probably like jinxing myself for saying it, but I've been very blessed for the followings that I have to be. I haven't gotten many trolls. I haven't been bombarded with many terrible DMs, if you know what I mean. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Oh, thanks for the beats. Thanks for the beats. I've been pretty blessed on the internet, even on caffeine. There's only been, I think, twice that I blocked someone, and they weren't even like terrible. They were just being like annoying and rude to some people that are in the streams all the time, and I ain't standing for that. So I blocked them. Okay, guys, we've got some blue. We've got some blue. Well, you'd have to be a real tool to troll this. to troll just a nice paint night where we're all just trying to have a nice relaxing time. You never know. Okay, I'm still going into the blue. We've got a couple more, I mean a little bit more white in there again. And the same as last time, we're just gonna brush in around the edges some colorful little boop, boop, boop. Again, if this stresses you out, I just know I can like see one of my girlfriends whenever she tries to come paint here, it's a very stressful thing for her to do. Because I know people don't want to like ruin something. Like I just can like go through here just slobbing on this paint like this, and I know for some people that like gives them an aneurysm even thinking about it. So never do something to your painting that you're stressed about doing, or if you think will ruin it, or if you know from your ability that you can't. Don't worry about it. I think you should push it anyway, but don't if you don't want to. But look at him. He's actually really cute so far, isn't he? I love him. He looks a little scary, but he'll be cuter. Don't worry. Yeah, I ruined my owl 3 times, still had fun. See? And even if you do ruin it, like, what's ruined? What? Who cares? It's literally like a piece of art for yourself. And who says it's ruined? I'm every year part of this show called the Under 100 Art Show, and it's like right before Christmas, and 100 artists put in, put in work that probably shouldn't be $100, but we mark it down to 100, and it just brings so many people in, and it's great. You also put stuff that's whatever worth its cost that's under 100 in there, but a couple years I ended up putting in some paintings that I like just have been working on for years, and to me they weren't finished, but I just like didn't know where they were going. I was just like overlooking at them forever, that I just ended up signing it and putting it in the show, and they all sold. Like other people see them and thought that they were awesome, and that's like really cool, right? You never know. You never know. Okay, we've still got a little bit of blue on our brush. Let's grab a little bit of more blue to make it a little bit darker. Okay? And again, we'll just go a couple some more little swipies in there. You leave the stream for 2 minutes and so much progress. Hey, yeah, don't worry. You'll do one on YouTube one day and you'll see like, wow, I did it. And you will have all the progress, and that will be cool, right? All right, we have just a little bit of that darker blue at the top. Thursdays, think of Thursdays. Every Thursday at this time, well, an hour. I started an hour ago. Thursdays at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, I do paint nights. Okay? See how we have some nice, like, dark to light? Ooh, we've got some blends in there. You have one canvas left, so you're going to make it count. Big pot. I love that. There you go. And yeah, Zero's right. It doesn't feel as long when you're painting, as quick when you're painting along. Okay, everybody. We are gonna grab our yellow. Just kidding, yellow. I'm an adult. And again, maybe you're gonna have to change your water because yellow is a very touchy color. I have to change my water, so give me 1 second while I go do that. Hey, where's my be right back sign? There we go. Give me 4 seconds. I'm gonna go change my water. You guys do the same, okay? You like Lello more? I know, hey, that's fair. We'll stick with that. Oh, I'm trapped by cords. Okay, we're getting out our yellow. Like I said, I just went and changed my water because it was very blue. And blue isn't as, blue is way more powerful than yellow. So it'll almost always muck it up. You just saw my Etsy and hey, thanks for that. Also free promotion of the day. If you guys want to go check out my Etsy, it's also Taytayski. But thank you. That Etsy's my pride and joy. Okay, everybody, right before I went on there, you Google everything. Hey, you'll find Taytayski for days. I love that. Oh, I'm sneaking back. Okay, I have, whatever, just a medium-sized brush out here. Oh, where's my hand? Whoop, there it is. And we are going to go into our yellow. But remember, yellow's a pussy color, you guys. I'm just kidding. It's a baby, okay? It's anything will mess it up. So we're going to add just like the tiniest touch of red ever. Like we don't want it to be orange like this. We want it to be yellow with a touch. Just like the tiniest. That might even be too much red. That's too much red. Let's just add a little touch of red in there to make a nice yellow. Yellow you have to be probably the most careful with, I would say. Yellow's a touchy one. Green can be touchy, but there's so many different types of green. Yellow's the most sensitive. It'll react the most. Black will take over everything. It's the strongest. Blue is a tough one too. It does usually take it. Don't you have to make it dry every layer? Acrylic dries very quickly, which is nice. We have that on our side, which is beautiful. But okay, you guys, we've got yellow. We've added a little tiny touch of red to make it orange, but not really orange, but like kind of orange. Yes, this is full acrylic. Just because it's easier to work with. Hey, watercolor, we can work with that too. We can work with watercolor too, because I use acrylics like a watercolor. I water them down a lot. Okay, see, I add a little bit of white in there too. Do you guys see? It's a yellow with a come on, camera. Look, focus. Well, oh, there we go, of course, right as I go away. Yellow with a tiny touch of red to make it a little off, so it kind of matches that orange we already have. And we're adding a little bit of white to it as well. And now it's going to feel kind of redundant, but we are going to... More paint than water, but a little more water on our brush. Let's start swiping. And I'm being conscious of my brush strokes, right? Like I'm always going in the same direction. I'll bring that closer. You always want to be able to see the color underneath that we've already drawn on, or else we'd be covering up all of our work. We want to show all that depth and color change and texture and yada yada buzzwords art, right? Same thing on this side too. We're swiping. Maybe your paintbrush is a little too big. Like the one you're using, maybe it's a little too big. If you want to use a littler one, no worries there. You can even bounce in between. Again, like technique-wise, it might be too intense. Don't feel like you have to do it. But you can jump in between dark, like adding a little bit more white on your brush and just kind of lightening up that yellow a little bit maybe. We can swipey over here too. And kind of slowly start like filling in all these spots that we've been leaving empty as we go. Right, let me bring that in. You're living for the brush control. You guys, it comes with time. Everyone will have it. Painting's one of the only skills I got, okay? So that's always my joke. Is like, I've been painting forever. I better be good at it. Like anything, just takes time. All right, we've got some yellow in there. That's nice. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. I'm feeling that. And then let's come down too. Let's make some more little swipes in there. Again, you don't have to fill all the spaces with this color, but just be conscious as you're going through. Like, let's fill in some little spots. that are white. Maybe we're going to go over some of those yellow or those blues and orange that we've already did. I don't know. I already see it happening. I knew looking at her work and how mine was probably going to go is that ours is going to be way more obnoxiously colored than hers. But hey, that's fine. Remember, if your paint starts going kind of like this, can you see how it's kind of like sandpapery? That's the best way for me to describe it. Come on, quality. The best way to fix that is just a little bit more water on your brush. Add a bit more water and you can pull it through. We're gonna go kind of half-ass. She's a professional. We're going half. Oh, Tadway coming in, sharing the podcast like every time. You're the best. Thank you. Okay. See how we've done some nice little yellow swipies in there. Let's bring it close up. Nice set of Hooters you got there. You kill me. Oh, you kill me. You've decided just now you want a pet owl. Okay, you guys, everyone needs... Should I do... My computer can't handle it. Everybody should Google owl's legs. Because they actually have long, crazy legs. And it's weird. Everyone Google it. Let's also fill in here. It is so funny. It's so funny and horrifying at the same time. Thanks for making me bark. No, you guys, it's so funny. They're just like aliens, like woo, with their long legs. Sorry, Kenzie. That's a buzzword for Kenzie. Not a buzzword. What's the word I'm thinking of? Trigger. And then I am just filling in these little eye holes. And see now, like those lines that we originally had before are just going to be nicely covered up by all this new texture and color that we're propping in there, right? I'm just kind of going over the yellow a little, or the blue a little bit. Just for fun. I look like that when I'm naked, can't see. You kill me. Just like when you're just the naked ghost, you're just like, oh. You kill me. You kill me. And now's kind of a fun part, you guys. Before we start going in with the pastel, like you can kind of go in and start filling in some spots that maybe on yours looks like it needs some more fill-ins. Like let's add a little bit more red. And maybe let's add some like darker red wisps up here with the orange. You've inspired me to ruin your table and use it as a palette. Okay, wait. There is a piece of plastic over top of it. Okay. Before you go ruin your table. Madge, thanks! As usual, you sweet gem of a human, you. We're just going through right now and just like adding some different colors in there. I added a little bit of red to that yellowy orange we were doing to bump up the color a bit. And I'm just going to go into some spots and just kind of slob on some color. Whoop, whoop. Why not in this chest of his down here? We've got some darker red. Again, it's just colors that are on our palette. You can kind of go through. And see how they're kind of always going in the same direct. Like it's like in the puff direction. They're up and down, up and down. To maintain the look that he's like big chested. Unlike myself. Like the Hooters, talking about Hooters, what you call it, Hooters franchise. Okay. How about, you would legit commit your first crime after seeing this? What do you mean? Who would you hurt? Oh, you're gonna steal the paint. Okay. I misunderstood where you're going with that one. Okay, we've got, oh look, by accident I just put like a pure red line in there, but guess what? I'm gonna keep it. That's kind of cute. Right? I don't know. Cool. I don't know. I don't even think I knew that that was on my brush. Mona Lisa. Match, that's the best. Oh, you kill me. Remember, you guys, when you're going through and adding these more colors on top, you don't want to fully cover up the color underneath because you always want to show that. You don't want to cover up your work, right? You want to keep showing what you've been doing. Peely Anthony come in with the wow. Thank you. You like it? I can't wait to show you guys everybody's from home, too. People at home are painting along. And we'll have another one. I mean, we'll have more to show you. Is your Tay my real name? Taylor's my real name. Thanks for the follow, Peely. Taylor is my real name. But I go by Tay, short and sweet. And then Tay just fell into play nicely. And then the ski is actually because my last name. I'm Taylor Odinsky, so Taytay Odinsky. Or Taytayski. Nice painting. Thank you, Peely. Every Thursday here on my channel, we do paintings together, and I teach you guys step by step how to paint a painting, which is pretty cool, right? Okay, so we've still got a little bit of red on our brush. I'm just gonna get a smaller paintbrush here. It's the devil's magic, you say. Oh, you know how Mona Lisa's always looking at you? How does that work? Oh, I didn't see you make that comment. That is, hey, for sure, devil's magic. That is great use of shadow and placement, to be honest. That is masterful work. I can't do it on purpose, but one of my paintings, I got it by accident, which is pretty cool. Okay, I have pure red on, oh, where's the camera? Right here. I got pure red on a littler brush. And I'm going to go into this eyeball. And again, it's like I said, we're going to keep feeling super redundant, but we are going to do a nice little ring around in red too. I like to imagine you make fantasies and one of them is painting a mural for your school. Hey. You mean like Leonardo da Vinci himself? And let's go on this side too. We can do another red ring around the rose. And you can even fill in the top with dark. It might seem scary, but it won't be, I promise. Hey! You should paint the Starry Night, but better. Maybe paint it in different colors or something. Okay, dokey, I think. Maybe put an abduction in it. Hey, that would be cool. Starry Night with an alien abduction in it. Okay, we're basically getting pretty close, you guys. At this point, I think I'm gonna get us to paint the background dark. And then we'll add in some last little features, and the white and the black is what brings it all together. So I think I'm just gonna go crazy because color's just my favorite time. And I think I'm gonna paint the background purple, like a dark purple. But feel free to color it whatever color you want. And the reason why we're coloring it right now is we're gonna come up close to our little guy. And then now, once the background dries, our last layers, we will flail over top the background, so it'll make him look puffy. It'll be hard to paint it puffy and then try to paint the background around all those puffs. Does that make sense? Hopefully, maybe. So up to you. You can use like a squared brush. You can use a big brush. I would just suggest to use a bigger brush because it's always easier to fill large surface area with a bigger brush. To be honest, I always paint my background last, almost dead last, usually. And it's because I don't really know what I want it to be. That's usually wise, because I don't really know. It's like the painting will tell me what it wants it to be. I don't know. And when I teach people this, I always, I'm not sure what type of paint people have at home. So if we painted the whole background this dark color, some people's paint isn't strong or good enough to paint on top of that. So I don't like to lead people astray from the start, you know? So we kind of do things a little backwards here too. So when you're painting the background, you want pretty thick paint, a little bit of water to help you pull it around. But my suggestion is to come up close as you can to him. Kind of take a little care going as close as you can to the edge. Kind of build like a big edge around it. And it's kind of okay, like I like to make my backgrounds like messy. So usually I was telling you to be conscious of your brush strokes and to paint them in the same direction, but now go crazy with it. Who cares? So I'm just gonna go as close, sometimes touching, maybe not touching, up to the edge of my owl. Who cares? She says, okay, I'll stick with the turkey glazer and mustard I've been using. Thanks for the tip. So did somebody say mustard? Oh my gosh, Kenzie, you're a celeb. I love that. Who cares? That's really funny. Okay, you guys, like I said, coming close to, sometimes touching, but not fully, up to the edge of the owl. And then when you get that like cleaner line, or come up close to, you get that thick line around. Then now you can kind of be a little more crazy on the sides without like being so careful, because you've made that buffer, right? It's kind of nice to be able to do that. And just schlob paint around, because you guys know that's my favorite word. Some people might want to paint straight up to the edges, like paint it solid. Some people might want to... Wow, my purple always looks blue to you guys. I never looked until now. But this is purple that I'm using. Oh my gosh, my battery's running low. Why isn't it plugged in? That's weird. Sorry, is that charging now? That was weird. Okay. And let's just flail that paint around. I like it nice and textured. Some people might like it smooth. I love Big Pot is just my hype man today. Okay. And again, another thing that I always remember from art school, there's always just a few lessons your teachers tell you that you just never forget. And one is, if you want to make a painting look unison, you want to use the same painting or the same colors throughout the whole thing to make your piece feel cohesive. And usually you can get that by doing an underpainting, so you just paint the whole canvas a color before you start. But again, because I don't know how your paint works, I'm not going to make you guys do that. But we can cheat that, right? Like, we can cheat by just acknowledging that, okay, I put this purple color in the background. Some of you, I'm only saying this because some of you might not be using purple. You might be using something different. So I have this purple color in the background. So now for sure, to make it not feel super separate, like make this owl feel so disconnected from the background because the color of the background isn't in him. Now that we're done our background, we're gonna go in to our purple and add a little bit of white and of course bring it out throughout the owl. How art school cool is your signature? You know what's really funny is my signature, I did make it in art school. I remember I have a sketchbook somewhere. One day, you guys, I know I've been saying it forever, but if I say it in the world enough, if I speak into the universe enough, it'll happen. I will make a YouTube video of me going through like my old sketchbooks. I have like 25 sketchbooks over there from, I think the earliest one over there is 2009, I think. But I think my parents have ones before then. But there's a sketchbook in there where there's like 3 pages of me just like signing things, trying to figure out how to do my signature the way that I like it. And my signature is actually Tay-O. Like the line around the Tay is supposed to be like an O for like Odinsky, you know. How old am I? Guess. I always think it's funny when people guess. I'm not somebody who cares if you think I'm older or younger than I am. But people usually think, oh, just, I'm older. I'm a little, not too much older, but I'm a little older than 26. Timeless. Like Bob Ross, 0. You're the best. I am 28. I am 28 years old. So I graduated from art school. Am I 3? So close, Snitch. So close. Just about 3. Close, but no cigar. You are good at guessing. Yeah, you're really close. Oh, coming in with the pop. Thanks, Meg. Oh, the drapes. Y'all having a good time today? I just see I'm lagging for some reason. Come on, internet, get me back there. Okay, back to painting. Sorry, y'all. Y'all knew me. I get distracted easily. I've just added a little bit of white to that purple, which still looks like blue to you guys for some reason. I don't know why. Drapes bought the Drapes parents. It is a family affair today, and I love it. Can't wait to see the results. Drapes, go fund me for proper Wi-Fi. Stop. That's funny. That's funny. You guys, I have the best internet I can have. I just live in an apartment and it's just not working. Okay. All right. We are with our purple on our brush. We're just going to do the same old thing we've been doing before. Let's just go through and just like put some like light purple in there. Again, it looks like blue to you guys, but whatever. You can do whatever you wish. It's kind of a good opportunity to fill in some spots. Legs gone, you good? Here's Wi-Fi money fund, though. 0. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the props. Y'all contributed to my... You did black as your background? Yes, it would be, but don't worry because we're going to put some black, like some things are going to be black outlined, so then that whole conversation talking about cohesiveness won't be a problem for you. But thanks for speaking up about that. Because, yeah, I would think putting black through would be a little... You guys know how I feel about the black paint. It's a dangerous pigment. It takes over the world. Which isn't a problem when you want it to, right? But again, I'm just like sporadically going to put some purple in there. Even though it looks like blue to you. To you. Sorry, guys. If you guys don't watch... TikTok, a lot of my quotes don't really make sense. Why was Bob Ross so famous? Maybe because he was the only one doing it at his time, and he brought like painting to like the masses, to the normies, and he was so calm and patient and lovely. His voice was so chill. He was so relaxing. Kenzie, because he was so hot, she says. You silly girl. You liked when he smacked his brush. See, Kenzie, that's why when I dressed up as Bob Ross, that's why I was smacking my paintbrush all the time. Kenzie didn't get why I was smacking my brush when I dressed up as Bob Ross. She thought I was trying to be sensual. And I was like, no, that's his thing. So funny. Okay, everybody, I know you're probably like, okay, Taylor, where are we going with this guy? We are going to add a little bit more. Thanks for the follow. I know, 0. I know you were like, oh, I just came to show my friend Caffeine, and I come on, and I'm just like Bob Ross, just like, hey, yo. My apologies. My apologies to caffeine. Okay, we've basically, yeah, Madge, sorry, Madge, I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring it closer because I feel like a lot of color and detail gets lost far away, but like, see how we're just like flailing some paint around and it's looking cool? Right? I'm really sad that the purple looks so blue. I will post it on my Instagram and you guys were going to be like, what in tarnation? I'm just going to put another swipe in there. Okay, before we go into black and white, which is basically going to finish the whole thing for us, we're just going to add a couple more feather colors in his eye cheek. Oh, I just got paint all on my face. We are going to just add a couple more colors in those eye holes. As I'm realizing it's 9:38, here I am being like, I'm going to be fast today. And I'm not. So in this little face part, if you can see in the good old eye hole, if you can see down here, she's kind of made the owl almost have rosy cheeks. And I think that is just frickin' adorable. So we are going to add a little bit of red to white to make that nice pinky color. More white than red for sure. I'm using just a little square brush. You can use a little medium-sized brush. That basically looks white, but it is like pink. And we're just gonna swing, swing, swing some little cutie. Remember, you guys, on your palette, the colors you're mixing on your palette are gonna dry darker than they look when they're wet. Just so you guys know, because sometimes that messes people right up. Sting, sting, sting. And again, you can add some of this pinky color throughout him too. Like, that's always fun to build up all of these spaces. And if your background's dry, you can start pulling some of those lines over to make him fluff out the side, right? All right. Cute's overrated. Blood and murder's where it's at. Okay, well, you've come to the wrong place, unfortunately. I can't wait to see everybody's too. I think it's going to be a good one. Okay, everybody, we're going to take out some black. And then we're going to do white, and it's basically done. This is really the end. The end is near. Okay, so let's get some black out. Big Pot wants to see me paint blood, which is hilarious because, yes, that was for last week. If you see on my... Did we post pictures of our Pennywises on Instagram yet? Yeah, go to my Instagram, Big Pot, and you'll see Pennywise. No! Yeah, we did a Pennywise. Okay. Set your expectations very low. It was a pen. It's going to be different no matter what. No matter what. No worry, Big Pot. It's going to be on YouTube. I'll post it at some point. It's just you got to be patient with me because I'm slow with editing videos. But I'm going back to a little brush, and I've got black on my paintbrush. We are outlining things, so you want more water than paint. Not chocolate milky by any means, but we want the brush to be able to pull nice and smoothly across the canvas. Mess your brush around in there so you fill up all them bristles. And we're going to start by just doing 2 black circles, literally right at the bottom of those 2 white circles that we drew. And you guys, some of you might want to do this with a Sharpie, and that's okay too. I always joke that it's a sin. Other artists would probably be offended that I told you to use a Sharpie. But for some people, if this is just a painting for you and you want to be happy with it at the end and you're comfortable with a Sharpie, use a frickin' Sharpie. I won't tell anyone. Okay? And we're going to go to the top of that eyeball and we're going to fill it in with black. And see how the blue's dark, so it's almost like it's basically the same color. We're not, you can even with your finger smudge that out if you want. You can even with a wet brush smudge that out if you want. Sharpies smell good. They're from God himself. Hey, Sharpies do smell good. Do you remember those smelly markers? No way they were safe for kids, but they smelled great. Hey, if they weren't safe for kids, maybe that's why I've grown up to be who I am today. I smelled the crap out of those. I loved the licorice one. I know, I can still smell them too, thinking about it. Kenzie, I'm the same. The brown one. I can't remember the brown one. Okay, at the bottom of that beak too, we are just going to, with black, basically just draw a V at the bottom. You can maybe darken in the point a little bit. I feel like I'm doing crack when you smell markers. Hey, you never know. That's why Zero was saying they probably can't be good for kids. We don't know. You can even, if you want, put some dark in around the edges. If you like your blue enough there, who cares? Whatever works. You're right, Big Pod. This playlist is just like, I feel like I'm in like a 70s porno every once in a while. It's literally called Erotic Striptease. We're leaving this playlist. Let's go to Relaxed Sunset. Still kind of porny. I don't know, you guys. Sorry. My apologies to the Drapes' parents. This isn't the type of music we usually play, okay? Okay, you can add a couple black swipies inside the bottom. Again, if you want. We're going to be going in with a lot of white to just kind of fill out this full guy. The bird saying, wants some of this. Oh, that's funny. And this is kind of where the angry, like this matters how angry looking your owl will be. Like if you paint a line straight hard down, this will be like they're like his eyebrows, right? Like angry. If we soften it up a little bit and just kind of cap off the top, it makes him a little less angry. And I'm just telling you that because maybe you want to make yours angry. Like that's cool, make him angry. But if you don't, we can just cap off the top a little bit. Just cut off the top. And we're going to be going in with white to finish that up. To make everything 3D and pop outy. Guys, this music's just... Guess what? We're just going to go to royalty free for Taytayski. Where is it? We'll just go back to the usual Taytayski playlist. Okay. Alright, see how I softened it up a little bit? Instead of going straight down, we've curved it a little, just kind of softened them up. Wow, the music just wanted to get louder as well. Okay, okay, okay. And again, black, it's very dependent on how much black you want to bring through other thing. Like maybe you want to put some little black swipes of feather in there. But for some of you, that might be scary and terrifying and it might ruin it. Who knows? It's up to you. I only say that not because I think you'll ruin it, but because I'm thinking of other paint nights where like some people have said like, I liked it until I did this. So that's up to you. That's in your wheelhouse. All feathers are unical. All feathers are unique and beautiful, okay? Let's get some little black feathers in there. And you guys, we're just gonna add some white, and it's basically like the white, you guys know. I'm a sucker for that white highlight. Hey, do you want to maybe put some like little black spots on its head maybe? Some sporadic ones? I don't know, sure. Alright. That's looking cool. If only you could bring paintings to life, tell me about it. That would be cool. You're scared this owl is going to take all your lunch money. Does he look tough and scary? That's not on purpose. Okay, we're gonna get white out, everybody. Not white out the material, just white paint out. Not material, not white out the, what do you call it? Why can't I think of what the product, maybe? Would that be the right word? Okay, we're getting a little bit of white out. Again, maybe you want to change your water. Very possible that it's mucky. Oh, right before, I guess, going back to making things more 3D, you can go back in with yellow again into those eyes and add like more yellow. But again, show the light yellow that we have so that you show all the transitions, right? All of your work, you want to show all the colors. So don't completely cover up the lighter you put underneath. Again, this is very up if you want to. Not everyone has to. I'm just jumping around like a psycho. Okay. Look at that. Woo! Now, the piece de resistance, you guys. The white, okay? So we want the white to be pretty thick. You want it to go on pretty opaquely, which means you don't want loads of water. You want more paint than water on your brush. You might need to change your water. It might be muddy. That's okay. So first, the biggest game changer is going to be 2 little white lines in that eye. Maybe the top one's a little shorter than the bottom one. But like how? I'll do it on this side too. How does 2 little white outlines make something look so real and finished and done? I don't understand. How long did the Beyonce painting take me? That's very tough to say because I paint multiple paintings at a time. So I'm always working on at least 4, like a couple weeks. A couple weeks is probably the best. It's not, I can't pin down exact. Because like when something's drying on one, I'll start working on another and yada, yada, yada. But a couple weeks. Okay, and I'm still going in with white. I'm going to use another, I'm going back to this little rectangle paintbrush. You don't gotta if you don't wanna. Big Pot, I like you. You're great. Thank you. Just pumping up my tires over here. Okay, now we have white on our brush, you guys. And now we're kind of just bringing it all together. Like, we are going to go thick, swipey brush strokes. We are going to go over top of these spots. You're kind of being conscious of those strokes. But let's give them those big eyebrows, okay? More paint than water. It's going to feel sad that we're going over some of your stuff. But see, we should see that blue peeking through at the bottom. We should still see all those other colors of stuff. Right? And we're just kind of going through literally the whole piece, just kind of doing that. Like, following the direction of where his feathers should be going, right? Boop, boop, boop. If I was to go for the original artist approach, what would I do differently? So again, I'm not 100% sure how she's doing it. I'm just looking at it and assuming how she's doing it. The main thing that I think would be different would be, I think she painted the whole bird the same color of blue that's on his forehead first. I think it was painted solid that color first, and then she started building up from that. But not too different, to be honest. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I think. Justin, I've been here the whole time. I've already told people to fire you. Just kidding. You come in with a poot in uni, you're excused. Okay, you guys, right? We can slob on maybe some nice little texture of white in there. I don't know. I know that's the way to your heart. No. That makes me feel materialistic, doesn't it? Okay. And look, see what I mean by now that we painted the background? Like, look, if we put some strokes, like, right over the edge, now he's, like, puffy and looking out, right? I've been here cross-hatching for your... No! You're supposed to send it to me, Justin. Zero said that you had it. Send it to me as a DM so I can show everybody else. Okay, see how I came out the sides with some white puffy boop, feathers. Dun, dun, dun. Our DMs are dangerous. Send like exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, and then send that. Because he's not wrong. Okay, and I'm still using white on my brush. Again, more paint than water because we want it to go on thick and opaquely. Right? And we're just gonna flail out some of these hairs. Right? How's that? He just got so fluffy. And here too, like right under his puff. Let's do some big white swipies there too. You feel bad for my watch with all the paint on it? I know, and I literally just bought a new watch because I was mad about how much paint I got on the other ones. But I keep telling myself I'll change it to a crappy one when I come to the studio, and then I just forget. What can you do? It's crazy how much of a difference that white is making. Right, James? Right? That's why I keep freaking out all the time, you guys, about the... Not freaking out, but that's why I'm such like a... Y'all just wait till the white comes, because it's such a game changer. You can even right under his little beaky here, flail out some feathers this way too, like wah, wah. Alright. Kind of like fanning out. And do we have an owl, folks, or what? I'm just gonna add some swipes in there too. Woo! White is such an unpredictable color though. It can clear a whole painting. Hey, it's beauty. I rely on white a lot for everything in my practice. Who are we kidding? I'm just kind of flailing around for fun now. I think that's done. I see some of you are sending some through already. How's that, you guys? Wow, I love this one. Huh? Chubby owl. That's one thing, Big Pot, that you will learn at my streams here is that I turn everything chubby for some reason. Not on purpose, but subconsciously I love to paint chubby things. All right. Okay. Fluffy. Correct, Tech. Correct. Correct. Just fluffy. Okay, what was I gonna do here while I... Yeah, show DMs. That's true, that's true, that's true. Let's make sure that I'm not getting my mouse wet as usual. Oh, there's a cute one. Okay, let me just refresh a couple here before. See, I knew somebody was gonna decide to do one without the ears. I love that. I'm gonna put my critique hat on. I'm gonna put my critique hat on. That's funny. Oh, Nadine, yours. Okay, wait. We'll show this one first. Look! So beautiful. Remember how I told you that some people are gonna do it without ears, and that is amazing. Okay, nailed it. Kenzie sent in hers, you guys. Oh, we can see the message there. Oh, well, Kenzie's with his freaking legs. Photorealism. Oh my gosh, here's another beauty. Oh, we've got a whole family. You guys, look at all of them. Wow, loving the background on this one. Oh, look, you guys. You can see my mouse now. That never happens before. Love the... Does this one have a crown? Okay. This family nailed it. Someone says, is that a Pikachu owl? Pika! Oh my, okay, 0. You actually did so good. Look at your cross hatching. And you give me a crown. I should be giving you the crown. I'm actually thoroughly impressed, okay? You were making us think that it was going to be bad, and it's... No, I'm actually not kidding. You worked around using a pen. What does it say at the top? Oh my gosh, I love that. 0, we're all proud. Oh my gosh, and here's another. Pikachu Owl wins. Oh, you guys. Professional owl drawing instructor Taytayski. I love that. I love that. Okay, let me see if there's any in my request. Nadia, you sent yours as a disappearing message, so I'll just show on here. Okay. Another nailing. You guys. Oh, FaceMac, you just bought new internet because AT&T's shit. Hey, well, welcome to the internet. My internet's not good either. Don't you worry. Oh, we've got another one sent in here. We've got another one. It's just my computer freezes sometimes. Okay. You guys! I love it. Oh, you did the spooky Scooby-Doo before. I freaking love it. I know, so chubby. Fluffy. Remember we said fluffy here, actually. I love the color you've got in them feathers. Okay, beautiful. FaceMac, I beg to differ. Let me see if there's anybody else before I get out of here. No, it looks like... Anybody else? Anybody else? It's okay if you still... I'll be on for a little bit still. I know there's a few more of you out there that are still painting. That's totally okay. Because I do go fast, right? Some people even wait for me because I'm going to put this video... Don't worry, I'll put this video right up onto YouTube in like 5 minutes. It takes a couple, whatever, an hour or so for me to get it all ready to go. And yeah, what am I saying? Why did I just like brain fart all of a sudden? I'm just reading your comments at the same time. Going to bed and having life is underrated. I'm not going to bed. I'm going to work. I work through the night. That's another fun thing that you will learn about me today. I work. Oh, you guys, we've got the drapes, Hooters. Let's get them in here. Look at that. I love the drapes. You guys did so good. I always love when there's like people even at home together like do different ones, like different colors, and everyone's look different, but they're also good. You guys, proud teacher moments. Oh, that's what I was saying. I put it on YouTube, and some people wait till the next day to like finish it up, you know? And that's fine too. Sometimes I work a little fast, and that's story of my life. Fast like Eminem, just like you said. I saw the word owl and you clicked. Owl, God, no. Perfect timing. We just painted this. And you just missed. We did see all the other ones. A bunch of people at home drew along or painted along today. If you did and you posted on Instagram, tag me in your story and I'll always share. My followers love seeing everybody's process. And you guys help give people like confidence to do it themselves too, because some people get intimidated and don't even try. Kenzie, I did share yours, but I'll share it again. Yeah, this is Kenzie's painting. She specializes in photorealism. Do a Cthulhu painting. Ooh, that's a good... I did a Cthulhu in art school. I'll have to try to go find that somewhere. 0 is a believer. Good, you better be. Justin, that owl's too thin. He's obviously not been to Flavor Town. I don't try because I suck at painting. The painting looking like Satan staring at us. Owl. You can do it. That's what we do here. We give confidence to people who've never painted before to paint on their own. Right, everybody in the comments? That's how it works here. And look, you guys, I ended at 10 on the dot. Perfectly 2 hours. Yes! Zero is proof. Zero did them with a pen and nailed it. Especially with this was such like a colorful, like expressive one. But here, Zero just knocks it out with a pen like a champ. Amazing. So you guys, you know the drill. The video will be on YouTube. Tag me in your stories. I'll share. Even if you post it on YouTube, you can ask questions too. You can tag me. I'll do it. Did I take a thumbnail shot? No. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Good call, Kenzie. But you know what I have to do? I don't like this two-tone business for my painting. I mean, for my thumbnail. I feel like I need to like bring it back to just one screen to do my thumbnail picture, you know? Those ones are so much better where it was like me in the painting like that, don't you think? Maybe not? You adopted the learning for me, which I appreciated. Zero. You guys, that's why you have to come to the lives. Because things like that can happen. Okay? Where like, look, he was painting pen and I didn't plan that, but we made it happen and he made something beautiful out of it. Switch your scene, I know, but Justin, I'm not as organized on my back end here. Don't worry, we'll make this happen. We'll make this happen. I can do this. I can do this. It's just gonna be a little messy, okay? Don't worry about that. If you need to fire your manager, I just saw an AGC tonight if you want to upgrade. Upgrade. I don't know, I just said upgrade. You kill me. Yeah, because my manager was so late today. Oh, Dan, my actual manager heard that and he's pissed. Dan's like, hey. I mean, what? Sorry, I don't know. No, you got a lifetime contact. Okay, I know you guys. I know my caffeine photo is just like not. It doesn't. Like it just doesn't. What you call it? Work with who I am as a person. You know. But I'll get a better one day, don't worry. Justin, number 1, treats a pizza. Number 2 is making stuff for caffeine. Number 3, always not meddling. Justin's a meddler if I've ever seen one. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to take away this camera. Okay, bye-bye. Oh! Would you look at that? Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. Oh, we're coming along here. Let's get... Where's the owl at? Let's get that jerk out of the way. Beautiful. Okay. Now, Taylor, you know how to do this. Let's go main camera. Well, bam. Oh, no. Okay. And let's just, coming on down. Get that out of there. Okay. The suspense is killing me. Okay. I can get my social media out here too. I know people coming in now are like, what in tarnation? Okay, what camera am I looking at? This one. Okay, you guys, should I just hold it? I don't know. Wish I had a Hooters on my shirt. Maybe I should just Photoshop Hooters on my shirt. Thanks for my glasses. I know I can only use them for close. I can't use them for far. And this is such an artist room. After I take my thumbnail photo here, I will... It's my studio. It is a studio. So I will share... I'll do a little flail around for you. Okay. Do I just smile? Or I just go... Make a V with one hand and put it between your eyes. Like, you mean a V? Like a V like this? This is what you want me to do, Justin? This is how you want me to take people to my YouTube channel? Fired. If it wasn't for being late, that alone. I like looking straight at it, makes me laugh. Seriously. Or did I smile with him? I don't know, you guys. I haven't done a thumbnail in a long time, I feel like. Bring it closer. That was a perfect user acquisition photo. I don't know. One of those. I can have something in there. Something in there will work good, I think. Oh, I just punched my face. What can you do? Well, that'll do, donkey. Maybe I shouldn't be lit up from the side there. Put it in front of my face and make it look like you're part owl, part human. Okay, I like that. Let me just turn on my camera, my lighting there first. Just this. Hello, Ashley. Hello. That's the one. I know you're catching me at the end here. I'm just trying to make a thumbnail of me and this owl, you know? I know if this is your first time here, you're probably like, who in the what are you doing? Now eat a mouse. Should I be like an owl fully? Just like... This is now feel better. I can hang out in the background and pretend I'm scared of it. Okay, Owl God's new here. They know what's up. They're into it. Should I just be like this behind me? Just like... You guys kill me. Shows off pictures of me with... Yeah, every day at 8 p.m. I show pictures of me with an owl. Hanging on the balcony for the pigeons. Yeah. Owl pictures 8 p.m. You guys, you're missing out. I have like more viewers right now than I did all of paint night. Well, today here we painted this owl together as one, as a group. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see here it's flying. If you follow me on Instagram, I will post everything. That's where I post my life. If I'm not live, y'all, I'm Instagramming and gotta give the plugs. Who am I if I don't tell you where you'll find me, you know? Instagram's #1 for sure. You know, Taytayski, Etsy, Instagram, YouTube. My manager here and my momager in the comments below is helping me out. You'll find me here every Thursday. I like to call it Thursday, so you don't forget. Okay. Painting stuff. Every Monday on Instagram, I will post what we're painting. On the bottom down here too, I always in my spiel, whatever you want to say, on caffeine here, I will post on Mondays what I will be painting. I let you guys decide too. Send in pictures, send in ideas. Sometimes I have no idea what we should paint and you guys help. You know, like subscribe and like, you know, just like they say underneath there. It's perfect, you know, just subscribe and like and stuff. But you guys know where I'll be, in the studio, painting stuff. I saw someone down there said, can you paint me something? I can in literally maybe a year and a half. My books are closed for about a year. So I can't say no because I can, just not right now. It's not you, it's me, okay? All right, you guys, now I'm just gonna get off the chains here. My YouTube is also Taytayski, all across the board. Taytayski. Good to see all you new faces. There was a lot of you here today. Ashlyn missed it, girl. I'll be posting this on YouTube literally like in 45 seconds. Don't you worry, honeybee. I'm glad that you guys all had so much fun. I had fun today too. It was nice to get back to normal, you know? Follow on caffeine and turn on notifications. Look, see, I'm bad at my job, but you guys in the comments are doing it all for me. If you follow me on Caffeine, turn on your notifications, you'll never miss, whoa, Blurry Taylor, you'll never miss me every time I go live. You'll know for sure that Thursdays is paint night always. And if it's anything else, it'll be a random something that I throw in there. But I'm committed to Thursdays, okay? Remember to worship her too. Eat the painting. Just kidding. It's not that type of show here, okay, guys? Unless I have a baby. Yeah, don't worry. We've got time before baby time comes. So don't worry. I'll be a screenshot on one of those. There was a good thumbnail in there, I'm sure. Remember to light your shrine candles. We are the cult of Tay, the cuties. That's what I'll call you guys. Okay. I'm a grandmomager. Not yet. Just. Okay, now you guys are just getting wild, and I'm just. It's always at the end of the stream that I just get weird, isn't it? Just for 15 minutes, I've just been gabbing. Okay, guys, catch you Thursday or on Instagram. Okay, great to meet you. Thanks for hanging out. No, sweetie, it's the whole time. Yeah. It's always good hanging out with you guys. Thanks for enjoying my company. Okay. Bye. No problem. I'm glad you guys all had fun. Okay.